everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be doing a full face of Dior. I've picked up a couple of, well, more than a couple of pieces from the new Dior launches. There's actually a bunch of different collections. I'll go into that today. So if you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. Hey everyone, so as I said in my intro, I have a lot of pieces from Dior. I ordered, I'd say, if not all of the collection, most of the collection. But the question when I get to collection is, what collection are you talking about? There are several. There's the New Look collection, and the New Look collection is a houndstooth pattern that looks like this. There are some lipsticks. I have Incandescent in a satin. I have Icon in a velvet. And then I picked up one of the balms, which is in this special packaging, this New Look packaging, which is New Rose. This is the only balm that I'm aware of that's in this packaging. There may be others, and the reason I'm not so sure about that is things have been dropping left and right with Dior, with Chanel, with Tom Ford. I'll get into all that in a minute, but at the moment, I believe this is the balm with color, pigment, that's in this packaging. Then the other thing that came out in the New Look is the Tutu palette, which I do have and absolutely love, with again, that embossing on it. If you have the Tutu palette, you don't need this palette. It's the exact same color story. If you want it, that's a totally different thing. I bought it, I think it's lovely. I probably won't use it, which is a waste, I know that. And if you're interested in me doing a look with that palette, I'll pull out my old Tutu palette, do a look with it, and use one of the new lipsticks. When I say new lipsticks, I don't mean the Icon or Incandescent. I mean some of the new shades that have come out. Dior has made it very confusing in my opinion. There are new shades of lipstick. Mineral Peach and Mineral Rose, something like that. And I ordered the Peach. It's still not here. There's been all kinds of storms, so you know, who knows. But I did pick up some of the balms, which are new. So I have that one in Dior Bloom, and then I have Dior Essence. So I have Dior Bloom and Dior Essence in the balms. So the balms have different finishes as well. I know, it's very, in my opinion, it's very confusing. Maybe you guys understand it completely. I am like, what? Then there was a powder, loose powder that looks very similar to me as the lavender loose powder, which is this one I've had for some time and love, called Mineral Glow. Again, it's not here yet. Stuck on a truck, probably on I-95 in Virginia. If you haven't watched my channel before, that's where I've lived for a very long time. In fact, my office is in Washington, D.C. I just travel, or I used to. So that's probably where it is. We'll see if I ever get it. Okay, and then in addition to that, there's reformulated foundation. The reformulated foundation is in Forever Glow and Forever Matte. I think the full names are, I don't know if I actually have the full names in front of me. I probably don't, but they are, I'll make sure that the correct names are down below. One is a matte and one is a glow. I don't have either one of those foundations before they were reformulated. I have Forever Natural Nude, which I like very much, but I don't have the other ones to compare formulas. So what I did is when I ordered these things, I ordered blister packs of the foundation in the Glow formula. I'm not usually a matte formula person. Actually, I should say I'm almost never a matte person. I picked up the Chanel Ultra Latent, which is a matte longwear foundation, and that one I love, but I only picked that up because Aileen from A Merch Beauty suggested it, and it was a reformulation of an older product, and it looked like it would work for me, and thankfully it did, and I absolutely love it. Okay, and there's more. There's a new blush. This is blush in Rose Dentelle. I did swatches of all of these on Instagram so you guys could see them before I could get up and get the video done. It is very light. It's a very light rosy pink. In my opinion, it's not gonna work on everyone. They do have some blushes that are very pigmented. This is not one of them. Then there is Popeline. This is very pink. It's very pink. It's the closest to what was online. So when I looked online, these both looked very pastel and very, very soft and very, very light. This one is closer to that. The organza, on the other hand, does not look like that at all. And I did pictures in natural light. This is in, you know, a ring light. This is not natural light in any way, shape, or form. So it looks a little, in my opinion, softer under these lights. So maybe that's how they filmed it. Maybe that's how they took photos of it. Or maybe it was photoshopped. I don't know. But the organza is much warmer and I would say more pigmented than the pictures would lead me to believe. So all that being said, I don't know what else is coming out from Dior. I do know that there are other highlighters coming out. The reason I know that is I have one. When it's gonna come out, don't know. They are in the same packaging as the other highlighters, which I love. Pink Glow, I have Pink Glow, Rosewood Glow, and some other glow. Natural Glow maybe, I don't know. But I do love the Dior highlighters in the Forever formula, so it'll be interesting to see what we think of those. Like I said, I have them. I have the product. It'll be over on Patreon for now because it's just not out. I am gonna do a video comparing lip balms. The Chanel lip balms, the Cocoa balms, these balms, the Hermes balms, the By Terry balms. I'm gonna do a very short video. I don't know if it'll be a Reels or I don't know. It'll be short, okay? So I will do that. Today I'm not gonna do that because today I really wanna focus on the two Quints and the blush, and I'll use one of the lipsticks because I really think that's what everybody wants. I will also use the foundation. So as I said, I ordered blister packs of them. Unfortunately, they didn't have 1.5, which is really my shade. I can do 1 CR as well, but anyway. So I'm gonna take the one, this is one neutral, and we're gonna try that out on the skin and see what we think. The neutral I like, even though technically my skin probably is a 1 CR, because my skin on my face is a little pinker than the skin everywhere else. And it's especially that way in the winter because the dryness makes my skin more irritated and redder. So I actually think it helps to neutralize the redness. So I usually do, now I usually do the 1.5 neutral. So I think this one neutral is working well. I'm using my fingers because when I first use a foundation, I like to see how it would work using my fingers. I have dry skin. If you have not watched me before, as a former part-time makeup artist when I was in law school, I would not recommend this if A, you don't like using your fingers, B, you have oily skin, or C, you're doing somebody else's makeup. Yeah, I used to work for Chanel when I was in law school, and then I used to do, you know, makeup for weddings and stuff on the side. It was a great way to make money while I was in school, and sometimes people would ask me to do their makeup with my fingers, and I was like, no, no. Especially now in the days of, you know, what's going on, I'm not doing that. So anyway, let's just see how this works. I do have a little pencil on my brows. They're not fully done, but so surprise guys, I was actually putting it on and I was like, this feels different. I don't know what's that. This is actually the matte formula. I didn't realize when I got the 2 packs, one is matte, one is glow. So I actually put the matte formula on, which, you know, I'm actually glad I did because you know what? It looks nice. After all that, after me saying in the beginning, I don't wear matte, don't like matte foundation, this is nice. See, it's why you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge until you experience it yourself because I actually like the way this looks. Shoot. I do, I like it. What do you guys think? I think it looks nice. We'll see how it wears, but it doesn't look too matte. You know what I mean? Like it's not, this is nice. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Chanel. Oh, interesting. And actually I think the one is perfect in this. That's interesting as well. So right off the bat, we have a surprise. That really does shock me. I really like that. Would never. As I was putting it on, I was like, this is not glowy. Like, this is not glowy at all. But, you know, you don't always want glowy. Like, for a lot of my Zoom calls especially, I don't want my skin to look glowy because sometimes on a camera, the Zoom calls, the camera I have on my computer is not a great camera. It's not like this camera. And so you can't, it's difficult to tell, like, if you're just oily or shiny or dewy. Like, you can't really tell the difference. This is really nice. I know I'm like going on about it, but I'm kind of shocked. Okay, now I have to buy that. For my dry-skinned people out there, I like this. Now, I haven't worn it for a while, so, but I like it. All right, let's go to the blush. This is, like I said, I'm doing 3 layers. This is a very lightly pigmented blush. I think this is gonna work very well for me because, but it's very, very light. To wash my brushes again, so please ignore the stain on this. The brush is clean, but you know, it's clean, but it's not clean. This is a classic cheek brush. This I use more when I want a little more pigment. When I feel like a blush is very pigmented, like the Chanel blushes that I just tried, I use a much softer Chikuhodo brush. This is a very soft brush too, but the Chikuhodos are super soft. So let's just go in with this blush. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful brush. It's got a little bit of sheen, not too much. And for someone with my coloring, this is beautiful. It's very light. It's a perfect everyday, you know, I want something, but I don't want a lot blush. I think that's stunning. However, I'm going in with a it's not by any way a scratchy brush, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful brush. But it's a brush that allows more pigment because it's more tightly packed and the bristles aren't as soft. And that's the payout that I get with it. So take that for what you will. For some people, that's gonna be great because they're gonna want that type of very light look. And for others, it's gonna be a definite no. Like everything in life, it depends on a lot of things. So there you go. I love it. I mean, for me, that's beautiful. I really don't wear a lot of blush. I'm not the kind of person who likes a very strong blush. I love, you know, a lighter, sheeny blush, so that's great. All right, let me put on a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of highlighter. I'm not gonna use a lot. This is a light look. I wore my little pink outfit even though we're about to get a huge snowstorm. And I mean huge, supposedly, who knows. So we put on a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlighter. I'll just use the I'll just use the Dior. And then we'll come back and I'll put Organza on one eye and Popeline on the other so you can see it. I generally don't do that because I kind of feel like it looks weird, but there's so many releases dropping so quickly and I know you guys have to make decisions. Well, you don't have to make decisions quickly, but many of you want to. So I will use them both today so you can see how they look. My hair is still like, you know, one of those like just out of control, but I am getting my hair cut next week, hopefully. Hopefully a storm doesn't like pop up and I don't get to have it done because what I try to do is get my hair cut like every 6 months. My hair grows very, very fast. So every time I go, I get like 6 inches cut off. So I got it cut last July. I cut it, actually June, July. I cut 6 inches off of it. It's all back, plus. So, I mean, I shouldn't complain, but at the same time, when you color your hair, because I have obviously gray hair, it's a problem because it grows so quickly. All right, so let's swatch these again. Sorry about this. Like, you're gonna see this thing. It's just a cut on my arm. I'm gonna do the Organza on this eye, Popeline on this eye. I'll try to keep to like with the placement of the shades, but it will depend. But I will swatch it for you again. I did swatch it on Instagram for everyone. I did a live, ignore this, not a live video. I did a video of the swatches so everyone could see them. And that was in natural light, which in my opinion is more truthful. Now, I mean, yes, we'll be wearing makeup inside, so it does matter how it looks on, you know, inside as well. But I just feel like it gives you a better, a real better look at what the colors really are, because, you know, these colors, they can be deceiving. And to me, they're very different than what we saw in the online pictures. So that's organza, and that will be on this eye, which is my left eye as I'm looking, but as you're seeing it, it's gonna look reversed. Okay, so this is organza. Now I'm gonna do popeline. That's probably not the way to pronounce it, but I am trying to do better by, like, you know, putting it in my phone and how to pronounce it. It's just, these have come so quickly. With work, I don't have time to still get the video out to you as quickly as everybody would like. And I get it, I understand. I mean, I put that up on Instagram about, like, remember, a lot of these are, you know, they're gonna be around and everything. And then the minute I said that, the Tom Ford Smoky Quartz sold out on Saks for pre-order. Don't worry, it will be back, but I haven't ordered it yet because, I don't know, I'm a little unhappy with Tom Ford as of late. Anyway, this is popeline. I love Tom Ford. I've used them for years, his products for years. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. I have plenty of makeup, and if for some reason, you know, I don't get it because it was only the pre-order, I'll live. So let's do it this way. Okay, let's take this shade. This is the organza. I'm using the BK Beauty brushes. This is the 503. Let's start on this eye. I think I'm gonna like organza more because I'm not really into pink. Like, I like purples. I think they look good on me. I even like pink as, like, a color. But for my coloring, especially my hair, which was actually another reason I pulled it back, pink can be tricky. We're gonna use this shade here. Actually, let's use this shade here. And the reason I say that is, you know, it can contrast with the red in my hair. The red in my hair is pretty warm leaning, actually, and my skin is more cool leaning. So people always ask how that works. I think it's because I have a coolness to my skin, but it leans, like, cool towards neutral. It's not so cool that I can't wear warm shades. And frankly, when my hair was not red, it would just go red. So growing up, my hair, I have pictures of me when I was young, my hair was not red. But if I went out in the sun, my hair would get red. It would never go blonde like I wanted it to. And my dad, who I most resemble, had a red beard. Black hair, but a red beard that came in. So genetics are, you know, who knows? But that's, you know, that's where my hair always went red. So when I went to, like, full red, people were like, oh yeah, you've always had red hair. And I'm like, okay. All right, so this is the organza popeline. But I think because I've always had reddish hair, you know, people just were like, well, that's the color of your hair. Let's use the lightest shade in the brow bone area. This one is gonna be, this is the topper, but I'm also gonna use it. It's like a gold. I'll use it on top of the eye look when we're done, but I'll use a little bit of it and smooth it out. And then I'll do the same thing with this shade here, which is, again, more of a topper. It's a very light opalescent pink with some shimmer in it. And then we'll blend that out. I think both will go with the blush. I don't think that's a problem. I think the Rose Dentil is such a light blush that it won't matter which quad you end up getting. All right, so we've used 2 shades. Now I'm gonna take in this one, this browner shade here. I'm gonna take, this is the 502 brush. Almost went to the wrong eye. And we're just gonna deepen this up a little bit. Do the same on the other eye with this brownish shade. Okay. Now, I have little hairs. Now let's take the center shade in both of these and put that on the like inner corner or inner half here. That pink is really pretty. That satin pink and the popeline, that's nice. I do like that. And then we'll take the remaining shade and put it towards the outer edge here. And then we'll take the pink shade here. And let me blend it. All right, let's take the shade I started with in the organza, and let me just see, because as I put this organza on my eye, I feel like it's losing the color. Like when you saw it on my arm, it had more of this orange kind of look to it, a warmer look, and when it goes on the eye, that's not what I'm getting. Now, things do run cool on me, so, you know, that could be it, but I'd say that it's gonna be a day of surprises because I actually like, so far, the popeline better. All right, so let's take the light shade that I used in the brow, just kind of put that on top, a little bit, gold on this side. They're both pretty, but I like the popeline more. They're both soft, they're not super pigmented, not a huge shock. I mean, first of all, they're spring, and they didn't come out very pigmented when I put them on my arms. Let me take the brownish shades, they're not brown, but they're like a soft, cool brown, and use them underneath the lash line here. So that's that one. They show up better when they're on their own. When you mix them with the other shades, they lose a little bit of their, you know, color, I guess you could say. They kind of disappear. Okay, this is popeline, and this is organza. I don't think they look drastically different on my eyes. I mean, this is definitely pinker. This is a little bit warmer, and this has the gold in it, but that's really interesting. They look very different when you swatch them. All right, so I'm gonna take the Dior Sparkling Taupe, run it along the upper lash line. That's with liner. I'm gonna put some mascara on. I'm gonna use the Dior Overcurl. I'm gonna use the blue Dior Overcurl because frankly, I opened it up a long time ago. I really need to use it, and I don't use it enough. So I'm gonna use it with this look. We'll try out, I'll figure out, I'll show you the balms on my hand today. I'll show you the lipsticks. We'll figure out which one we're gonna do. Okay, we're back, and I have to say, every time I use the blue mascara, I'm reminded of why I like the blue mascara. I actually think it's really pretty. And it's a sophisticated blue because it's Christian Dior, so it doesn't look like the blue I wore when I was 16 and it was the 80s. Anyway, it's really pretty. So I am having one of those days. The foundation that I used accidentally is the matte, not the glow. I will try the glow for you guys as well. In fact, I bought the glow in 1.5. The reason I like the 1.5, although this one is actually a good match, is that my skin actually gets a little bit warmer in the summer. So the glow is actually, the 1.5 is a little bit better in summertime. And if it's like a thinner, lighter formula, like the Natural Nude, I have it in 1.5, it works better because it just gives a little warmth to my skin. But when you actually have something like a matte, it probably makes sense to go closer to the exact skin tone, which I think is the one. And you know what? If this wears well, I'm gonna buy this because it really looks very nice on my skin. And I have a very tough time finding mattes that work. The only one I have is the Chanel. In fact, it's the only one. Okay, so lips. What I'll do is let me show you the lip balms and I'll show you the lipsticks. Okay, so again, these are this is packaging. It's not new lipsticks except for the balm, but the packaging is beautiful. So we've got the Icon in Velvet. It's a beautiful shade. I love Icon. It's like a brick red. And this is what the packaging, the actual bullet looks like. It has that embossing on it, which is pretty amazing. It really does look very cool, and I do like that. So that's the velvet. I'm not a huge velvet person. I like balms more than I like velvets or satins, but I did pick up the Chanel velvets as well. They're also on their way. Who knows when they will get here. Everything has been, yes, you know, been that way for 2 years now. We have the incandescent satin in the new packaging. This is one of my favorite shades. I love the shade. Incandescent. It's a really pretty shade. And this is a satin, and that's the embossing on the new look. It's got the... So those are existing, my understanding, I know Icon is because I have it. Those are existing lipsticks, but in the new look packaging. Then we have the balms, and then we have the balm in the new look packaging. I believe this one is limited edition, pretty sure. This is in new rose. Again, it's got the embossing. Maybe this is the one I'll use today because I think it's a little, I think this is limited edition. It's so hard to tell now. I'm so confused. I'll get it all right. It's just between work and everything that's been coming out, it's hard for me to like keep track. So that's new rose in the balm, but it's in this packaging, in the new look packaging. And then we have just the balms. And I have, let's see, the ones that I got were Dior Essence. There's a whole bunch of shades. There's a ton of shades. Which looks very pink, like candy pink. But I'm gonna bet, yep, that's what I thought. It's basically clear. That's what happens a lot of time when you see this shade. I was thinking it was gonna be like the one that Chanel has, and it is. It's candy pink, but it's on your lips. It's just like a balm, almost sheer, which is great. This is going right in my purse. Perfect. All right, and then the other one is the Dior Bloom, which looked more pinky, a little bit more like rosewood, I guess I'd say. Yeah, that one definitely has a little bit more pigment. So this is New Rose, this is Dior Essence, and this is Dior Bloom. Make sure I got that right. Yep. There's others. Those are just the ones I picked up. Let's use the New Rose today because I think that's the limited edition one. So I think that's the one that won't be around because I think this is limited edition packaging. I don't know. Maybe New Rose is in the other packaging as well and I just haven't noticed yet. It's entirely possible, guys. Oh, that's beautiful. For those of you who don't know, this is certainly not something that I do full-time here on YouTube. I have a very full-time job. When I say very full-time, it's like sometimes 80 hours a week, 60 to 80 hours. Anyway, so I haven't been able to keep up with, because everything's just dropping all at once, I haven't had time to like read all the different things. So I don't know if there's different, as I said in the beginning, I thought there's different finishes in the balm, but maybe there aren't different. I'll figure it out and I'll put stuff down below. But this one's really nice, this New Rose. If this is a limited edition because it's only in this packaging, something I never do and order another one. That's how much I instantly love this. If, however, it's in this packaging and the shade is not limited edition, just the packaging, and it's permanent shade, then I'll just use this one. But if it is a limited edition shade, then I'm gonna buy another. That's how much I instantly love this color. It's perfect. I don't say that lightly because I have a lot of lip products, but that's literally perfect. Love it. I'm gonna wear this on my Zoom calls tomorrow. All right, so foundation. This is the Forever, whatever the new formula, the matte one. Very impressed. Didn't mean to use it. Happy accident. Love it. This is in one N. I think this is perfect. We'll see how it wears. I don't have any powder on because I have dry skin. So, but for me, it's perfect. The blush, love the blush. Rose Dental. It's beautiful. It's lightly pigmented, guys. If you're not pale, well, I mean, it might show up on a deeper skin tone. It's just going to look more of just like a sheen, if you'd like a light sheen. But I just don't think it's super pigmented either. It's hard to tell because I'm so pale. It's difficult to tell, but I love it. I love the way it looks. But in my opinion, it's just a very lightly pigmented sheen of color, like a very light pink. The shadows. Again, today's a weird day. The Popeline is beautiful. I actually really like that. And I don't wear pink very often, but this one kind of reminds me of the one that the trio they have, the Mineral Rose. I'll have to do a video with the Popeline and the Mineral Rose because I think they're similar, but I do really, really like it. I like the Mineral Rose as well. The organza, it is pretty. It's a nice quint. I'm gonna have to try it different ways. What I mean, today I want to show you all 5 shades. I want to try it using just like 3 shades and see what I get. Because I think if I use that like orange shade, it's a little bit more peachy, and use like that all over the eye with the gold on top of it, I think that's gonna be a better look. But I'm gonna have to try that. So at the moment, Popeline is the winner. So like I said, it's been a weird day. And the new Rose, as I've now gone on about, if it's a limited edition shade, I'm gonna buy another. If it's just the packaging that it's in that's limited edition, I'll wait. But if that's limited edition, I'm gonna buy more because it's perfect, at least for me. Powder is still coming. The Mineral Peach lipstick is still coming. I gotta figure out the balm situation. I need to do a video with the balms, a comparison. I'll do a short one with Dior, Chanel, by Terry, Hermes, and any other balms that you're interested that I have. I will like do a short compare video for all of you so you can see that. More Dior, like I said, is coming. More stuff is coming. Charlotte Tilbury foundation is coming. I'll do the Forever Glow foundation when I get it. I did order that at 1.5, so we'll see how that works. I'm gonna buy this matte foundation if this wears well. And what I mean by wear well, I have older skin, I'm 49, and I have dry skin. So if it starts to settle into lines and make me look older, then no. But the way it looks now is amazing. So fingers crossed that it works. Okay guys, sorry for a little bit of rambling today. And sorry I don't have all this down, like about the balms and the you know, what's coming when and stuff. But like I said, it's just been, it's been overwhelming. At least I feel like it has. I think that for a lot of us, we knew spring was coming in January, but we didn't know it was coming all the first week of January. It just seems like very haphazard in the way that it's been done. So it's a little hard for me to catch up, but I will, and I'll make sure everything is clarified. When I go back and edit this video, I'll make sure there's corrections down below. All right, thanks so much everyone. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.